Hey, how's it going, everybody? JT Nickel here off of Reddit, at ProDJKC on Twitter, and Jeremiah Nickel on YouTube. Hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. I'm doing a little driving around here, so you won't even see my ugly head on the camera here. But this is the BULVRD app, and driving in the middle of Leavenworth, USA, using this app. I'm probably the only person in the metro using this app. It's relatively new, but it's pretty intriguing. And I've been kind of talking to the team about getting a list of features together to do a little bit broader video for them. I don't get paid for any of it. I don't accept donations of any kind, and I don't monetize my channel. This is just for the sheer love of the community. And if it helps somebody find something new and try something new, that's all I'm here for. So anyway, the BULVRD app is kind of neat because I'm driving around now and I've got it set up on my dash just like, a dash cam would be. And that keeps my hands on the wheel and not down in the lap with the phone. So you mount these things, you're supposed to mount it. BULVRD actually recommends a few different mounts to keep the phone perfectly stationary to give the best results. So coming up here in Leavenworth, I'm going to stop at the stop sign. Okay, and I noticed the stop sign has a red light camera on it. So I can pull up this app over here and I can place a red light camera tag on this location. And you'll see at the bottom, it gives me the notification. Now I've noticed on a side note, when you're stop forward motion, the app will kind of show the map spinning a little bit. I think that's just the compass calibrating or something. So anyway, to go back to that red light camera thing, what it's going to do is send a bit of information to the BULVRD team, and somehow, some way, and I think they are using a little bit of foam space technology as well. It'll place like a beacon out there on the map, so somebody else running this app can see that there's a red light camera ahead. Kind of neat. Now, if that person says, hey, that's not a red light camera, they can actually dispute that by pulling up that same menu, or not the same menu, but tapping on the icon, and it'll give a thumbs up and a thumbs down. And I think after so many thumbs down, that warning label will go away. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pull up to another light here, and I'll have a chance to stop. And of course, since the phone is located on my dash, my hands are not down on my lap, I can keep my eyes up ahead while I'm thumbing through here. But look at all these things you can do: wildlife, police checks, speed traps. They even have token drops. So if you have a lot of BULVRD tokens, which tokenomics I want to get into when I know more about tokenomics. The only thing I know about tokenomics right now in my limited use of this app is the fact that you earn some tokens while you're driving. Something like 2 tokens per mile, and then if you report that there's police activity or a hazard or a red light camera or a speed trap or any of those other warnings, you can be doled out a couple more tokens. The tokens I do know can be redeemed in a kind of a little store that they have where you can get different kinds of maps and overlays. So here's a cool thing, I'll just talk briefly about that, is that the maps and the overlays are actually non-fungible tokens that can be bought, sold, and traded. Okay, how cool is that? So if, in the way I understand it, is they do a lot of limited release apps, map overlays. And so you got these non-fungible tokens that can be put on OpenSea or whatever. Okay, pretty neat. I mean, if you really think about the implications of this type of technology, is proof of location is kind of baked in here. The ability to act like a Waze app where people can report on activities in a certain area, and the Waze app, kind of helps guide you around those locations. I don't know. I see a lot of things on the horizon in this space with, let's say my address, for whatever reason, let's say that my Ethereum address on my BULVRD app, let's say there's widespread adoption and they've been interoperating with different advertisers and whatnot. let's say that I really like Arby's roast beef sandwiches. I mean, not that I can't eat 3 or 4 of them at a time. I'm just saying, if I was the kind of guy that did, and I was frequenter of that, maybe based on my location, and it could do this somewhat anonymously too, you would think, is that Arby's could get pumped information, hey, I'm in the area, even though they don't know it's me personally, right? But then on my app, it'll be like, hey, bud, stop in and receive a 31.445% discount. But maybe the next guy that also likes Arby's, but maybe not quite as much, maybe he gets a little bit less of a discount popping up on his screen. It's kind of a different way of looking at billboard advertising, for instance. So, I don't know. That's just me rambling and ranting on as I drive past the United States federal prison off to my right. Do you see that? How about that? So anyway, there's going to be some more videos I'm going to produce about this app, and hopefully when I get down into the Kansas City Metro, maybe there's one other person that knows about this. But anyway, if you want to find this app, it's actually available on Samsung Galaxy devices in the Google Play Store. Okay, and it's cool because it is one of the recommended apps baked right into the Samsung Key Store suite that they've released on the Samsung Galaxy 10 devices. And I hope I got that right. And if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments below. But BULVRD app, I think it's spelled BULVRD. And yeah, I'm out in the middle of nowhere now. There's not a lot of stuff to report here in Kansas, so I'll be signing off for now. Cheers, big hugs from Kansas City.